All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, Today, we will be talking about IELTS. This is our first session. This is our first interaction with each other. And most of you, I think all of you don't know me and I don't know you. So since we are like locked down because of this pandemic situation, this COVID-19, so I thought that I will share information with those who cannot find the right channel for that, and those who are struggling to get some help in IELTS exam or just to improve general English. So I really appreciate all of you who are there, and I look forward to have a wonderful session with all of you. So first of all, since this is our first session, so let me tell you something about IELTS. IELTS, uh, IELTS is like it's a kind of a test. This is called International English Language Testing System, and it's taken all over the world in different, like in universities, different organizations, so much so that these days those who are hiring people, they sometimes ask you to take the IELTS test for their jobs. Like for example, if you work somewhere as a teacher, or somewhere as a translator, as an interpreter, or for different kinds of jobs. So they sometimes they ask you to bring a certain score of IELTS. So different people are doing IELTS for different reasons. So I really don't have any idea what is your reason. Why are you taking IELTS? Um, some people just to improve their English. So they just study IELTS. By the time they go through the whole process, or some go to that extent, then they take the test. So by going all through this process, they improve all four skills, which are listening, reading, writing, and speaking. The second thing uh, is IELTS has there are two different kinds of IELTS. It's academic IELTS, or it's general training IELTS. Different students, different people have IELTS for different purposes. Okay, so I will be knowing from all of you in the coming days. Why are you taking IELTS? Are you taking it for your some kind of scholarship, or you are trying to go to study overseas, or you're trying to go to another country for immigration, or like you are just trying to improve your English for your personal life, your professional life, or for your family life. Okay, before we start, if you have any question, please feel free to ask.
Sir, I have a question that what are the best ways for which we can prepare for IELTS, or how this will help us in our everyday life?
All right. Many students ask that how can I improve on reading, on writing, and listening and speaking, and they always try to look for teachers or websites. And but the thing is, especially those who are uh, those who have studied English as a foreign language, or those who have studied English as a second language, most of the time when they in their home countries, they don't practice the language. So I personally feel, if you really want to improve, not only in IELTS, I mean as a whole in English, right? IELTS covers basic English skills. So if you want to improve on that, you must change your habits. One example, when we for example, send messages on WhatsApp, don't send it in your native language. Send the message in English. Maybe in the beginning you will find it difficult, but as the time passes, you will become used to that. And there are so many apps which can correct your spellings, correct your grammar, or like correct your context of the sentence. And if you find time, whenever possible, speak with your friends, with your family members, watch some news channels in English, or visit some websites and practice the language. Find someone who can correct your mistakes. So there is no the method. There are so many things which you can work to improve your language. Okay, is there any other question?
Yes, one more. Like there are four basic skills, and I want to ask that which one is the most important to study?
Okay, so now different people have their own opinion. To me, reading is the most important skill. Why I believe in that? I have been teaching English for the last many years. So what I believe, those who are good at reading, they can perform better in other skills. So when you read extensively, you get lots of vocab, lots of new words. You understand how sentences are formed, and you get ideas. Now when you get lots of vocab, then you go to writing. That helps you. And when you are like having a lot of reading, you get lots of ideas. And when you take a topic, uh, you write about it, that helps you, because reading gives you lots of ideas, and now you can write as long as you want. And same is the
Okay.
case with the listening as well. And these days, like reading books are coming like as audio books, that also helps you to improve your listening. So all skills are equally important, but I personally feel reading is the most important thing. Especially, take an example of a young learner. If he is not good at reading and he is doing math problems, if he cannot read the math problem, he will not be able to understand. And when he cannot understand, he will not give the right answer. Same is the case if he has a science question or statement, and he is not good at reading. He's not good at not only reading to understand, and reading to comprehend all the information. So this will affect his grades even in other subjects. So if the boy is good at reading, this even helps him in maths and in science, in social studies. But if he is not good at reading, no one is going to read for him in the exam. So he will not be performing that well as compared to the boy who is good at reading. Is there any other question?
Sir, I have a question. Does IELTS help us in our daily life, speaking and listening?
Yes, sometimes some people think that, okay, I just want to pass the test as I want to get 5.5 or 6, or I want to get a job, or I want to get admission in a university. I think look at the bigger picture. IELTS, don't take it for your studies, or don't take it for your job. It helps you to gain confidence in your life. It opens a window to the world. It's a language, and we are living in a world which is called like a global village. You interact with so many people. Now, if you don't have the language, you are keeping yourself very limited. You cannot interact with so many people. Now, these days, so many the social media channels, and most of the media channels like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all are in English. And if you are good at English, you can interact with so many people all around the world. And the other thing, when you grow up and you have your own family, you can help your kids, you can help your family. You cannot afford to have private teachers for this subject or this subject, or it's quite a hassle for some people. Sometimes you are traveling and you cannot arrange everything. But like, if your wife is good at English, you are good at English, you can help your son or daughter. You don't need to ask some other people and even pay money for that. So I personally feel English helps you in so many other ways. Don't limit it to just to pass the test and get admission in the university. Look at the bigger picture, please. Is there any other question?
Sir, I need to work on my listening skill. So I want to ask you how to improve my listening skills.
Okay.
I'm
First of
yeah.
all, what I believe, we as a like I am, for example, if you take my example as a person, I think I'm not good at listening. Why? Because throughout my life, I didn't have any practice for listening. When I was a child, I was reading. Someone corrected me. When I was writing, my teacher corrected my writing. Okay. When I was speaking, my father corrected me. My mother corrected me that speak like this, don't speak like that. But what about listening? I'm not sure about you, but I didn't have any practice. In school, at times there were certain lessons about listening. And every time I reach to that, my teacher says, skip, we will do it later. That later never comes. So now I feel that I'm not good at listening because I didn't have enough practice. Most of the time when I'm listening and you are telling me something, I'm not listening to understand you. I'm listening to prepare a response so that I can give you a better response. Okay, so the best approach is listen and just listen to understand, listen to comprehend, listen to get the information, not to respond directly. First you understand, you comprehend the information, then you respond. I think through practice, you will become a good listener. And again, if you are a good listener, this will help you in your personal life, in your professional life, at work or at your home. Thank you. Is there any question before we start the talking about uh, the book and how we are going to take it?
No, I don't
Okay,
think so.
so let me show you the book now. It's here. Here is the book which we will be studying, and this book has like different skills of different chapters of different skills. Like it takes you, it gives you strategies in a way that from easier to harder. So let's talk about the first thing. When you go for the test, the first thing which will come in the test, that's listening. That is the first thing which is done in the morning when you go for the IELTS exam or IELTS test. So let's talk about IELTS listening, and then we will be completing some exercises. Is there a word here which you don't understand?
Gist.
Just mean like the main idea of something, the main point. Okay. For example, what is the main idea of this reading paragraph, this passage? What is like the main idea of this whole article? That's called the gist. Okay. Now, I'll just recap it. Mean, what is the listening test? It's a test like you have different kinds of listening situations. You have number of conversations. Some are like one person speaking with another one. Some are like group discussions. Some are university lectures, and some are like official or semi-official discussions. So you will have a variety of listening exercises, and you will be asked to give answers, and you will learn how, I mean, through the listening, the whole thing, you will develop some kind of strategies that at times even you don't know certain words, how you can figure it out, that what can be the answer of this question. The book will give you certain strategies about the listening. Okay. Now, the next thing here is the test format. It has like 4 sections. Section 1, it's a conversation between 2 speakers in a social or semi-official context. Mean it's not academic, okay? It's social or semi-official. Maybe the people talking in an office or maybe in a hotel or some kind of situation, but two persons speaking with each other. Second part is there is a lecture. It's a talk by a single speaker based on non-academic situation. Academic situation mean they're talking about the university, talking about some kind of campus situations, about exams, about assignments. That is academic. Non-academic may be something other than university or university life or university education. Third section is it's a conversation up to 4 speakers based on academic topics or course related situations. I mean, 4 persons talking about different things, about university situations, about courses, about assignments, about a hostel, about students and their performance. It can be about anything. Okay, the last thing is section 4. It's a university style lecture. One person is just giving a lecture. You listen and you complete the information. Okay, now the next thing is some information. Can someone read the next part if you can see the text well?
Yes, I can.
Yes, please.
The listening test is the first part of the IELTS examination and take place at the beginning of the day. It consists of the 4 recorded sections, each covering a different type of language and context. There are 10 questions in each section and each question carries 1 mark.
Oh, okay.
As you
So
hear each recording,
can you just rephrase it? What is something you understand? It's the first part of the IELTS test. Listening is the first part,
yes,
right?
and there are 4
4
sections.
recorded sections. Yeah.
Yes, each has 10 questions and each carry 1 mark.
All right. Please read the next part.
As you hear each recording only once, it is very important to understand exactly what you are being asked to do in each question. You are
Right.
given time to read the question in each part before you listen. The
Right.
question type vary. For example, some questions involve completing a form, chart, or diagram. Others may require you to complete some notes or match some things in a list to what you hear about them. In
Right.
addition, there may be note-taking exercises and multiple choice questions.
Okay. Can you rephrase it in your own words? What is something you read in this part? The recording
Firstly,
is
they start
placed
that
once, right?
and you have to
Recording
listen
is
it.
yes. Recording is placed one. Okay.
Yes,
Then
and you have to read the question in the given time
okay.
and if each part before you listen.
Right.
Or they said that the question types are different. Some
Okay.
question may be completing a form or chart or a diagram, or some may be like
Multiple
exercises or
choice
MCQ type
questions, fill in
questions.
the blanks, true or false, completing a form, completing a chart, completing a diagram, or any kind of information, fill in the blanks, you know. Mean
Yes,
maybe in one exercise you are given one kind of questions, in the next exercise you will find different types of questions, right? But nothing to
yes.
worry about. All the questions are coming from the listening. If you are good at listening, you will not find any problem. Yes, please go ahead and read the next part.
You write all your answers on the question paper as you listen. The listening part of the test take about 30 minutes. After the recording has finished, you have 10 minutes to transfer your answers on answer sheet. All aspects
Okay,
of the listening test are additional scale are covered in this book.
understand. I mean, this book covers almost all different kinds of skills. Okay, so what it says here, you have 30 minutes and you have 40 questions. So here is the problem. Most of the time, students don't find enough time, and they cannot complete all the exam because the time is very limited. You have 30 minutes and you have 40 questions, and at the end of the test the examiner will give you an answer sheet where you will transfer all your answers and you will hand over this sheet to the examiner. and your exam is completed, and then you move on to the next part, that is the listening, that is the reading part. Okay, so as I said, you will have like 30 minutes and 40 questions. There are 4 different kinds of listenings we have already discussed. You have a conversation between 2 speakers, you have a talk by a single speaker, and you have a conversation among 4 people, and a lecture. And this listening can come from different fields of life. It can it has a variety of topics, but as long as you listen well, your mind is not distracted, you are focused, you just listen and you understand, you comprehend all the information, and then you write down all the information in the right way with proper spellings, with proper grammar, you will get good score for this part of the listening. Okay, now let's say what kind of questions we have here. These are like, these are not exam questions, this is just a kind of practice. For example, the first one here, it says orientating yourself to the text. Yes, can someone read this part, please?
Orientating yourself to the text.
Okay.
Number 1, who are the speakers?
Yeah,
Where are they?
orientate.
Why are they
Excuse me.
speaking?
Excuse me. Orientating yourself mean making yourself familiar with the topic, making yourself familiar with the listening, or mean even like when you are having a reading, you orientate yourself, you look at the text and you see what kind of listening it is. Is it related to culture, society, academic situation, or your family life, or animal life, or like what kind of text it is? So once you make yourself familiar with the text, it becomes easy for you to answer. Yes, please.
In order to understand what people are saying, it helps to know what their relationship is to each other and why they are speaking. The language they use depend on this relation and the situation. Knowing these help us to anticipate what the speakers are going to talk about.
Right. Okay, it's clear. We'll move on to the next one here. Uh, yes, please continue reading.
Predicting the situation. Number 1, look at the picture A to D. Try to work out who the people are, where they are, and what they are doing. Number 2,
Right.
look at the
Okay.
picture A to D again. Try to imagine what the people are saying. Work with a partner and use some of the words and phrase in the vocabulary box to help you.
Okay. So just like take like 30 seconds and look at picture A, B, C, and D, and think about it. What is the situation? I mean, where are they at present, and what are they talking about? This is like, now you don't know exactly what are they talking about, but it's like just you orientate yourself with this kind of situation, or you make yourself familiar. So when you listen, it becomes very easy for you to understand and comprehend the whole situation.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with A. Who can tell
Uh,
me?
can I, can I
Yes,
answer?
please. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Yes, in picture A, 2 persons are standing. One is male and other is female. And I think the female is receptionist and the other man is a customer, or
Okay,
he
it
is
can be.
talking with her. Yes, he is talking with her about flats or something like that.
Right. Picture B. Yes.
In picture B, they are sitting. 2 persons. They are sitting on. They are sitting on airport, or
Okay.
and they, I think they are waiting for their flight and drinking some tea or
Okay.
taking some tea.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. C.
In C, the 3 girls sitting on a sofa. One is watching a TV. She has a remote in her hand, and the 2 are reading a magazine.
That's okay. All
They
right.
maybe they're having some conversation.
All right. All right. And D?
In D, I think so. This man is on the bus stand. There's a bus behind him, and he's talking to someone on call, and he's smiling. He's in a good mood.
Hmm. Right. All right. Uh, do you think he's speaking with his wife? So he's in good mood?
Yes, maybe.
All right. And on the other side, you have some vocab words which can help you, like where or when, how much, how long, which, accommodation, flights, TV channel, program, problem, live, afford, wait, arrive, watch, time, news, suburb, area, or bus. Is there a word which you don't understand?
Suburb.
Oh, suburb. Suburb, you can
Uh,
say, mean some people prefer to live in the suburbs. You know, these days, the people who are living in big cities, they are trying to live slightly offside, slightly off, out of the main city. I mean, not in the center of the city. They prefer living outside in the suburbs where they have like a more open place, they have greenery, they have trees, and they have more parking spaces. So that is called suburb. All right. So
Understood.
I think you did really well in this exercise. We will move on now, and we will look at the next question here. Okay. So question number 3, please read.
How did you decide what the people were saying? Compare your ideas with the rest of the class.
Okay. Number 4.
Look at the pictures A to F, which show people in different situations. Try to imagine what they are saying.
Okay. So what do you think? A, what is the situation and what are they talking about?
Uh, this man may be talking to the female or the lady. She may be the receptionist, and she is doing some work on computer. Or this may be the reception of the hospital, or maybe the reception of any hotel or something like that.
Okay, and picture B.
Uh, in picture B, I think so. The man is asking for the way. They are standing on the road, and the female is telling her by his arm or his hand the way or the path.
Right.
Maybe he
Uh,
is confused or he's lost.
Understand. Okay, picture C. Picture C.
Uh, they look like they have some informal relations, like the way
Okay.
she is standing and the way the man is standing. They may be husband or wife, they may be father or daughter, or they are in any room with a chair and table and maybe arguing or discussing something.
Okay, that's right. We will check later what is the exact situation. And next one, D.
In D, a man sitting in front of a washing machine, and I think he's sitting in laundry, and I think he's fixing it and also talking on phone.
Okay. So you think there is something wrong with the washing machine? Uh,
Yes.
okay. Next one, E.
In picture E, I think there is a policeman and he is giving a challan ticket to the lady.
Oh, is giving a parking ticket to
Yeah.
this lady. What do you think? Where are they? Is it a road or parking lot or outside the home?
It is outside the home, but I don't think it is parking.
Okay, all right. What about the last picture?
In last picture, the two ladies are sitting and the person is giving a lecture.
Okay,
This
what do
may
you think?
be
What is the situation?
maybe the conference room, maybe the
Conference
classroom,
room, maybe a company, or
maybe a
like
company.
maybe a
Yes,
classroom, maybe university, right?
yes.
Okay, we will be checking our answers. I think you all did really well. Let's see now. Uh, If you have the book, you can complete the parts on the book. If you don't have the book, you can draw this table in your notebook where you can write down the answers. For example, this is number 1. It's already done. It's picture F. We will play the audio now. You will understand that this is picture F. Here you will write the situation. Very few words. You don't need to write the whole paragraph here. Just like it's talk on first day at a college. Like this was picture F. This man was like giving a lecture on the first day of the college. Okay, that is the picture is F. Let me go back to that. By mistake, I pressed the button. Okay, so this is picture F, and situation is like a university lecture, and the place is sure it's a university. So what it says here, picture F, talk on first day at a college. It's a college, right? And number of speakers, it's 1. So just one speaker speaking. Now, when I play the audio, please put the numbers like 1. 1 is already done. Make 2, then 3, 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. You can draw the same table if you don't have the book. And second one, you will tell me which picture is it, and then you will tell me what is the situation and the number of speakers. We will not go for the keywords now, just we will complete this part. Number, picture, situation, and number of speakers. I will play the listening for you now, and I'll give you like 30 seconds. You can draw the table on your notebook. If you don't have the book, if you have the book, you can write down all the information on the book. Okay. Be careful about your spellings and your handwriting. Write in a way that the other person, when he reads it, it's very clear. Write for him, not for yourself. Okay, let's go to the listening.
Track 2. 1.
Good morning, everybody. How nice to see so many of you here this morning. My name is Richard Brambles, and I'd like to welcome you all to the Brambles International College of English. Now, let me begin by introducing the teaching staff.
2.
Good morning. I'd like to check in, please.
Do you have a reservation, sir?
Yes, I do. In the name of Matthews.
Let me just check. How do you spell that?
Matthews.
Oh, here we are. Room 226.
3.
Excuse me? Are you giving me a parking ticket?
Yes, I am. The meter has run out.
But I was only in the bank for 2 minutes. Surely you can allow that.
Sorry, but the meter ran out of money 10 minutes ago.
So how much is that going to cost then?
There's a fine of $75.
Oh.
4.
Oh, hi, Susan. Thank goodness I've run into you. I'm trying to find my way to the economics building, but I seem to be totally lost.
Yes, you're on completely the wrong side of the campus, actually. You need to be on the other side of City Road. Go back to the main entrance and then take the pedestrian bridge across the main road. The economics building is over there.
5.
Oh, hello. Is that customer service? I'd like to organise a service call, please. Yes, well, the door doesn't close properly, and so water pours out the front when you turn it on. Yes, well, it should still be under guarantee. We've only had it 6 months. Right, I see. Oh, well, I'll have to wait till Thursday then, if that's the earliest day your technician can get here.
6.
You would not believe what happened to me today, Dad.
No? What?
I got a $75 parking ticket outside the bank. It's so annoying.
How long had you been parked there?
Oh, about 20 minutes. But even so.
Oh, well, you won't do that again, will you?
Okay, so let's talk about the answers now. Okay, so let's say number 2.
Number 2 was picture A.
Number 2 is picture A. Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Okay.
And this man is here for the check-in, and he has a reservation.
Okay.
Room number 226.
The purpose is check-in. Number of speakers?
2 number of speakers.
2. Thank you. Number 3?
Picture E.
Picture E. That's right.
Yes, 2 number of speakers.
And 2 speakers. Okay. What are they talking about?
They're talking about parking ticket. The
Parking
person,
ticket.
the man is parking ticket.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. Number 4?
Number 4 is B.
B. Okay.
There are 2 speakers, and the lady is telling the way to man. He wants to go to economics corner.
He is asking for direction.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So he is asking for direction, and number of speakers are 2. Okay. Number 5. Number 5.
Number 5 is picture D, and
D,
the lady is
okay.
calling the customer service about
calling
washing
the
machine.
customer service, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She's
Number
telling
of
that
speakers?
water comes out. Only one speaker.
Okay. Number 6, the last one.
Number 6 is picture C.
Okay. C. Yes, that's right.
And this daughter, their daughter and father, and she's telling her dad about the parking ticket of $75.
Okay. Daughter.
And there are
talking about. We don't need to write the complete sentences. Very basic. You can say a daughter talking about parking ticket. Okay. Number of speakers?
2.
2. Okay. Number of speakers are 2. All right. That's great. I'm greatly pleased the way you have performed, and most of the answers are correct. And now I'm not sure about your writing and your spelling. So once we finish, whatever notes you have taken, please share the picture with me so that I can check your written work and I can give you my feedback on that. Okay. With this, we will stop here, and I hope our session was beneficial for you. I'm grateful that you all dedicated your time in this immense pressure situation of this pandemic and COVID-19 and so much stress. And you look like quite dedicated, that you have like with all these odds, you still believe that I will continue doing what I am doing. So that is the spirit which really students should have. And if there is a will, these days, number of people are like saying, oh, I can't do this one, I can't go out, I have this problem, I have that problem. But on the other hand, there are people, they say, no, whatever is the situation, I'll find a way. And if there is a will, there is a way. Okay. If you are determined to do something, like maybe till yesterday you didn't have any idea that you are going to learn IELTS with me, and today you are learning, and I hope you are getting it. So it's all about taking risks, taking initiative, exploring new things, finding different ways, finding new ways, and whatever you try to search for, sooner or later you get it. This is what I believe. And once you make your mind that whatever the situation is, I'm going to try and I'm going to find my way. I will not hold myself back just because of these small issues. I mean, whatever is the situation and whatever is possible, I will do that. I will not put myself in risk. I will not go out, as staying at home is considered very safe, and everybody must try to protect their family and themselves, so that um, our hospitals, our paramedics don't have like overwhelming situation where they cannot control the whole situation. I look forward to see you all. If you have any question, please share it in the chat box. I will be answering in the chat box, or I will be answering in my next session. Once again, thank you very much for joining me, and have a nice day.